Hello students, we were studying about uses of microorganism and we have studied some of the points. Now today we will study some more points in that, and that is use of microorganism in food industry. Means how these microorganisms are helpful in food industry. So, if we are talking about food and we don't take the name of milk, that is not possible. If we are talking about the food, we have to take the name of milk. So now milk is converted milk. We are using the milk directly, but in place of milk, we are using the curd and also the cheese. So these two things are also made up of milk. Now how these things are made, we will study about that. In the formation of these two things, microorganisms are responsible. First of all, for curd. So there is a bacteria that works on it, and that is Lactobacillus bacteria. I have already told you that Lactobacillus bacteria is the bacteria that acts on milk. So because of that, bacteria breaks down the lactose into lactic acid. Breaks down lactose in lactic acid. You will be thinking that why I have left this place, because lactose is also named as sugar of the milk. So here we can write, I have left it for your information, milk of sugar. Sorry, sugar of milk. Sugar of milk. The common name or the general name of sugar of milk is called lactose, and this lactose is converted into lactic acid. Because of the conversion of lactic acid, the milk is converted into semi-curdled material. Okay. Now after this formation, this lactic acid which acts to form casein. This lactic acid acts on this lactose and it forms casein, and that casein is a protein. Okay. So here we have got the bacteria has converted the lactose into lactic acid, and from lactic acid to casein, a protein, and this causes the formation of curd. Now you can say the formation of curd. This was whole formation of the curd. Now for cheese. In cheese, this one is also same. Up to this is same. What is different in cheese? After this, when lactic acid is formed, a semi-solid curdled material is formed. So we have to separate that semi-solid curdled material from the liquid, and as the semi-solid is separated, we have to keep it in a cloth of a very fine cloth, and we have to make it tight. So after that, when this sets completely, it forms cheese. In that cheese, yeast acts as a breakdowner, acts to break down, but bacteria provides fragrance and smell. Fragrance and smell. Okay, so this was the formation of curd and cheese from milk. Now next topic of our is formation of vinegar. So you will note it down when you see the video. You have to pause it and you have to note it down. After that, vinegar. How vinegar is formed? So for the formation of vinegar, the yeast is responsible. Yeast converts sugar to alcohol. Simple way. Yeast is helpful for the conversion of sugar of fruits into alcohol, and after some time when this alcohol is kept for retting, after that it is formed into, it is converted into vinegar. This was the simple thing for vinegar. Simply you can say that the yeast is helpful for the fermentation and yeast is helpful for the breakdown of sugar into alcohol, and after the fermentation of alcohol, vinegar is formed. Now last one is as a source of food. As a source of food. Now some bacteria are directly used as a source of food. Now have you imagined any time that the scientists, the astronauts that are going to space, those who are going to space, how they get their food? For that they are using algae. In that algae, previous days, before some time, the simple alga was used. Singular form is alga. That was used for the research in photosynthesis. Research in photosynthesis. Okay, and that singular form is called alga, but which category of the alga was used? That is chlorella. It is told, or it is said that the chlorella is the very important for photosynthesis, and we were doing research on that. Now after that, the in spaceships, the astronauts are using this chlorella as their food. Directly they are eating that. Okay, so this was the use of microorganism as food industry. Next we will start in our next lesson. Thank you.